really good. I don't know how often they play in region. You know, I don't live in Jersey, but
Yeah.
definitely these are both players that I expect to give us a very entertaining set. And this is also a matchup that is really tight that can
Yeah.
go the distance like that. You
I
know,
feel like
Sheik
there's
and Falco.
times where it feels like Sheik is overwhelming Falco, then it's just vice versa. I think it's more of like the players and how adept they are at the matchup themselves. Arthur, for one, is no slouch against Sheik. Ever seen? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
nice double dip with the dare. That's the like a 50-50 almost that you can play there where
Yeah,
you want to be holding in case Falco like bears you or something, but then if he does down air, then
yeah.
you're holding in, you're gonna get down aired again
It's
and
a
die.
free spike. The very, very clean stock from 4-4. Um, yeah, Kwyet having a hard time getting the grab. I know you play a lot of Sheik yourself. How do you feel about this matchup? Like on when you're playing it?
It's you're just looking for your opportunities. It's definitely a matchup where it's like a lot of Falco matchups where he
Mm,
dictates the pace for most of it, but you get your one explosive opening and that makes up for several of his. So you just have to be very patient. You have to respect the control he has over the
yep.
matchup. And that's exactly what's going on. Like you watch the first, 30, 40 seconds of the match and 404 is just in control nearly the entire time. But if you play your spots right as Sheik, you can keep up very well.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we've seen the first minute and a half of this game.
Would you say that Sheik is at one of those perfect combo weights for Falco?
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the cons of playing it is that I do think Falco actually really likes comboing
Yeah.
Sheik, like
I,
almost as much as like a Spacey.
I feel like after Spacey's and Falcon, like Sheik has to be right up there. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, like there's so
because
many.
you get to this percent at 70, where if you're a floatier character, Falco has a hard time getting good follow-ups on you, but Sheik's at just the right weight and just the right fall speed combination, where you can kind of build whatever combo you want.
Yeah, build a bear combos. Like literally, Kwyet has been in the air this whole this whole match. Like I feel bad for laughing, but 4-4 Craze is doing a really good job catching him on the platforms. I know as Sheik, and I mean I'm an old school person. Like this might be dated info, but like I'm assuming you want to hug platforms a lot in this matchup. Back in the day, Zoo always told me like, man, this matchup is annoying because Sheik just holds the platform and shield drops. So is Kwyet just like retreating to platform too much? What do you think?
I think we're kind of at a point where it really just depends on what you want to be doing with Sheik. I
Mhm.
think that both playstyles that center a lot around movement on the platforms and playstyles that really commit to sticking on the ground are both viable, because back in the day you probably needed to stick to platforms more because lasers are just such an impressive
Yeah, it's
option. But
insane.
we're at a point where um, power shield setups and things like that have become incredibly optimized, working around everything like that. So
Again. Okay, no, that's a great point. And unfortunately, I feel like Kwyet isn't really at that power shield level with Sheik. Because I feel like every time he's like grounded, he's kind of just getting free percentage. And again, this match started with like almost a 0 death into a double down there. Um, does I'm trying to think like should Kwyet just like be more grounded? I feel like scrap on the platforms is not working for him.
it's very hard. I'm just going to say, as someone who's played 404 specifically a lot, I've played
Mhm.
Kwyet occasionally, but 404 I've had the pleasure to play a lot. Probably the biggest, what I get the most off of playing against him is he's very good at every aspect of the matchup. You have to be as good at the game as he is, but
Mhm.
it's just a matter of, I think more so than other players around his skill range, he'll end up having moments where he kind of just gives you freebies. Like
Oh yes,
he makes a strange technical error or something like that.
it's literally the
Um,
only way I was able to beat him. He's literally it's because he went for like the wildest like suicide last talk. He's kind of a loose cannon. I'll give you that for
yeah.
sure.
I was gonna say, I believe, I may be mistaken, I believe there's a clip I saw about a year or so ago of a local or regional New Jersey tournament where I saw B-Bats just like reverse four stock him because he was going, he was doing all this crazy stuff after he
Yeah.
went up 4 stocks to 1 and then he SD'd like 3 times and just
Ugh.
lost. And that's something you don't see from most
Yeah,
players.
yeah. That is a classic for 404 Cray. It's a hard life being a 404 Cray fan. It's kind of like the East Coast version of Lucky. Like sometimes it's a easy road to top 4, or getting like 12th at a local. It's one or the other. So
Conversely, I think what he does kind of goes both ways. I've seen him make crazy comebacks that I couldn't even fathom being possible because he's willing to take the risks and make the in-game decisions that he needs to come back from crazy deficits. I think just the only problem is that he doesn't have as much of an off switch for that gameplay, and so he does a lot of really crazy things, and sometimes it's to his benefit, and sometimes you don't know why everything on screen happened.
I kind of feel like that's how that first stock just went. He had a great setup for like a down air to like edge grab, but it felt like he was like second guessing himself at the ledge. Ended up getting like a reversal to a clean edge guard from Kwyet. Like he was definitely in advantage state. I'm surprised what happened there.
Now, as much as I've been talking about that, he has been on point pretty much this
Yeah.
entire set. He's been doing a really good job of staying in tune with what he needs to be doing, what kind of risks he needs to take, what kinds of risks he doesn't need to take. And we're seeing it in the set. He's been controlling pretty much everything going on for nearly the entire set. He's had a strangle over the neutral.
I'm a huge fan of like Falco combos that involve platforms. I think FD combos are lame. I think CM combos are lame. Being able to like follow top player, like a higher, more experienced player's DI on a platform, I feel like it's more of a challenge, and always seeing like stuff like this. Okay, I don't know if that down is supposed to be on purpose, but like.
That was a nice forward smash call out.
Oh no, too crazy. Wait, still living though.
That was a little crazy. Okay, so 404 had a really nice call out there with the forward air combo extension where Sheik has to double jump early in order to not just get beaten by ledge grab, but then he just rips forward smash there. And something that I wanted to talk about with the adaptations this set that I've noticed is I felt like in the first game especially, 404 was getting kind of caught by low profiles on the lasers. Like there were a couple of times at high percent where Kwyet would just duck under a laser down tilt and get like a forward air to kill. And 404 has been, you see all these low lasers he's doing. He is paying attention to how Kwyet is trying to respond and doing a really good job of adapting the options he's picking, even if you don't notice it, even if you're not looking out for the laser heights.
Before I came here to the commentary desk, I saw 404 in the restroom, and he was like, "I'm gonna shoot Kwyet a lot." So like, seeing like the adjustments to the lasers to make sure he's still shooting them is so funny. Oh no, he could have just waited us back. That's the thing about Falco, especially like when you're used to playing so many net play Falcos. It's like being ready for side B, trying to like you have like split second to like make a decision like, do I need to get to ledge as quickly as possible? I don't know. I feel like Falco side B is one of the most annoying moves in the game. I'm sorry. Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's definitely a move that if you play a lot of net play like I do, you hate even more because it's a move that you need to react to with audio, and so depending on how you're playing, whether it's because you're playing online and you have more audio delay, or you're at a setup in person that you can't quite hear the CRT, it gets way more annoying.